Hey everybody, Maria here, Fourth Dimension. Thanks for joining me. See what the cards have to say about your current energy, what they need to know. You need to be flexible. Immediately getting downloads that there's changes. Feels like work. I feel like you're single or ish, single-ish. Might be in the middle of two things, two relationships. Sorry about that. Two opportunities. I think you're given an opportunity, feels like an Aries. You need to remain flexible. If you're not an Aries, you're not dealing with an Aries, it's very much taking charge. King of Wands, King of Swords kind of energy. You are totally protected. Somebody came into your assistance, I feel. Somebody came in, maybe you're trying to launch something and somebody's trying to help you. Because it feels two things. One, you're getting gifts from, feels like a mother energy, grandmother energy. Heavy on the grandmother. As well as somebody, for the one person trying to independently launch a new business or expand, they're going to find some powerful emperor to help them. Feels like you're exhausted. Absolutely. You're trying to release. These things are supposed to be for your better good. And you might be holding on to security. Something that and it's funny because the security is exhausting. This thing that you're trying to compete with or game up, it feels like level up, not in a negative way. It's just like you're giving your best energy, your best foot forward, your best intentions, your best efforts. You're showing up every day, 100%, whether it's a relationship or work, because it might be a handful of both for the majority here. You're building a money tree. I love this. It feels very much, I feel like, okay, you're royalty. You come from a long line of royalty. You were meant to be wealthy. You were. The things that I think, it feels like you were in the soup kitchen when you should have been on the throne. That's what this feels like. And it feels like you're recognizing some of these things. And you have the foresight. You have the gift of insight. You also have the gift of vision. You might be speaking that vision out loud to the universe. It feels very much like manifestation. Somebody also might be doing some, I don't like the word spell work, but it's like, it's for the positive, for their own being. So like candle magic, water, fire. It feels fire. You might have been doing something on the full moon. Excuse the hair. I don't know what's going on. It's in this weird space. Okay. You might feel in a weird space. I feel like somebody's gifting you with something new. Haven't even pulled the tarot card. Moving up. Somebody might have snatched you from your position and put you in a higher level of authority because whatever they're doing isn't like going well. It's not going well. And you have got the skills. You might have completed a degree or some like understanding of, it feels training. I feel like there were limitations and your guardian angels are trying to remove. It feels very much like self-imposed negative thinking. So you might be somebody, it feels very much like a pessimist. You just show up and do the work, but you don't expect anything good to happen to you, but you're extremely lucky. I think that's the thing that you're trying to manifest or change, or your spirit guides are trying to help you with that. See your worth, see your value. Know that you are called to be royalty and get the hell out of the kitchen kind of vibe. Anything else? One more shuffle, please. Anything else for this specific reading? Spirit, lead me, please, for the betterment of the viewer. That would be a no. Okay. Pull a different deck. Thank you for your patience. Tell me about the viewer. Highest messages for the best growth information. Oh, okay. You've got some issues with somebody, and it might be a water sign, Gemini, Aries, of course. You're tired of fighting. It could be in a work environment. It could be in It's current energy. You're exhausted of fighting for something. Exhausted trying to give to somebody. It's unrequited. This thing is just exhausting. And it feels very much your awakening maybe tied to performance. If I just give more, it's like it's sadness, your grief, you're feeling sad about this ending. And it feels like financially drained in a certain situation, like you're pouring and pouring and pouring and pouring into a relationship or a job that it doesn't match the energy you're giving. I feel like if you just relax, I love this, Wusa, you're meditating about what's for you and you're thinking about and contemplating how much is enough. So I feel like you're going to be given a gift. 2, secrets on the bottom. You're keeping this quiet. You're taking ownership. Tell me about this responsibility. New outlook. That's it. Your spirit guides, and it did fall on the limitations to the guardian angel and freedom. You're walking into financial abundance and independence. And I think that's the thing, is if you spent, and if you're not, you're going to. This is the energy for December. Release and receive. I've been talking about it all year. I swear to God. So this is like, if I'm able to live off, like maybe you just went through a really challenging financial time and you're having an understanding of, even if I came into a major abundance, I don't need more. I mean, thank you for that validation. I feel like I don't need more. I can live off I made it this far with what I have. So I'm just going to stack my pennies. And it feels like if this is, even if it's not on the 3D, I feel like you're elevating into wealth. You're given opportunities to explore new avenues, something completely different direction. And you might be stripping your perspective of what's valuable to you. And you might end up at the backpack. That's what this feels like. You might be traveling. And sorry, I'm getting over, I think, a cold or allergies. I don't know. But this is like releasing all the constrictive thoughts that kept you in a performance grind for, I don't want to say status, but it feels very much other people's expectations of wealth or security. I think you're okay. You're fine. You're fine. Financially, you're fine. You may not feel fine, but you are. And I feel like these gifts that are coming in, and I feel like it's going to be like, I don't know, 6 or 8 benefit things in your world right now, 6 or 8, like coming through. You have options. You have a lot of opportunities. I feel like you are really good with money. You restore accounts, right? So I feel like if your warehouse was full and somebody took half or more than their share or whatever, you're going to rapidly build it up and then get more abundance. This is positive karma. You're looking at freedom and you're a healer. You're going through a release and receive wave of emotions is releasing everything. And if you're in therapy, counseling, it's repairing something with, I feel like a mother. Could be an aunt. I don't know. It feels like somebody close to you. If you pulled back your energy from a twin, they're feeling it. Way too much going on. Okay. Gonna cleanse these real quick. I don't know. I'm getting like 3 different things happening right now for you. Exploring relationships. And I feel like you're in between worlds right now. You're standing and preparing, and it's very 3 of Wands. Strategizing your next steps for the long term. It's like long-term view versus short-term impulsive. It's like you don't want to have buyer's remorse, whether it be a relationship. Like, I think you've invested enough in other things and people, and it feels very also much like the Magician. You have everything you need in order to elevate. I feel like you're going to be doing it with somebody. I feel like somebody offered you an opportunity, or 2, maybe have 3. Tell me about this reading. Who is this for? 8 of Wands, travel, and it's going to come in fast to the world. This is the completion of a cycle. You're manifesting quickly. Swift change, quick decisions. A decision was made You are extremely happy. Healing. The sun is also healing. Positivity. It's very positive. I feel like it's overcoming anger management, because the anger management isn't really about anger. It's a hidden, right? So anybody who shows up to you angry, it's because something that they had on, like, they didn't get their wish fulfillment because you put boundaries up, or you stated, I don't know, you knew that it wasn't for you, or that it just didn't feel right, so you paused it. And this is somebody who's going through it, and they're going to come forward. And I feel like you may be asked, somebody may ask you to marry them by the end of the year. Congrats if that's your call. But it feels very much like passionate coming forward for a new change. There might be travel involved. Somebody might be coming to you. There might have been delays or out there. I feel like movement quickly. Four of Swords, Judgment, to the Moon, to the Page of Cups, to the King of Pentacles, to the Page of Wands, to the Tower. Let's keep going. To the Nine of Cups. Why not? Hermit, to the Ace of Cups, to the Five of Swords. I'll take all of them. And the bottom of the deck, I got the Nine of Wands. Somebody's exhausted, overwhelmed, feeling, I feel, a sense of obligation to their current situation, guilt, remorse, shenanigans were done, secrets, or I feel somebody's holding on to the regret of past behavior, and they're afraid that you're going to find out. It's like almost like, please don't spill the beans. So you already know, okay? You already know. You may be a reader. You may be highly intuitive. You might be something in like third eye wide awake, right? You have all the knowledge of the ancestors. I really want to say that. So, and I feel like you're heavily protected and guarded by your ancestors, specifically women. So even if I'm reading for a man, you have a grandmother who is like protecting you fiercely from anything that isn't for your highest good, isn't like, if people have shady Seven of Swords kind of energy, deceptive, underhanded, underlying expectations, maybe they want your wealth, maybe they see you as secure, maybe you're the best option for them. This is somebody, your family, whoever I'm reading for, their grandmother, even if you didn't feel really close to her, I feel like self-review happened and she realized, well, I started this by putting your mother down. That's kind of what it feels like. So breaking generational curses might be important. Like if she was hard on your mom was hard on you. If your mom is passed, I feel like your grandmother, there's a tribe working for the betterment of your well-being because they didn't give you a great foundation to begin with. I don't know, it's just random over here, over to the left, or to the right, but it feels very much, this is a cycle you're breaking through. Maybe you're in therapy. Maybe you're unpacking some of the worth and value and performance-driven ego that you're breaking, because it's about you being enough without the money, without the wealth, without the security. You're creative. Like I said this in a reading a couple of days ago. It's like if you're dropped on an island with nothing, you'd be the mayor in a year. Like you would find ways and resources to bring opportunities and people and collabs and build cities. This is somebody who finds solutions when they're dropped in the middle of a problem. You're highly creative. You might be partnering with a King of Pentacles, Capricorn, Taurus, Virgo, who's rushing in, trying to close out a past cycle of abuse, of neglect, of F around and find out. But it feels very much like non-committal at the beginning, but now they're free from something and they're going to come forward. You might also be dealing with a water sign. You might be a water sign. The Page of Wands is here is a conversation that changes everything. It's going to be a shock to you because I have the Tower to the Sun. So I feel like it's a unification of energy. So you might be going into business with this person or a collab, or it feels work. It feels very much like work, but it also feels like financial abundance. It also feels like getting away from the grind, but it's about passion. So you might be collabing with somebody who wants to partner with you, let's say create a spiritual platform, go into the music industry, it's very highly creative. It's very right brain. I keep seeing all this energy to the right and to the left, details, strategic, methodic, box checker, spreadsheet kind of crap over here. Nothing wrong with that. It's it's an end to a means, and you're really, really good. You've mastered this, but this is a whole different energy. This feels very like my sweater. It's a ton of different lights, ton of different colors. You're using part of you that I don't think you've ever thought that you would for work, and you are. This is going to be financial abundance, whatever this is, whatever this creative thing is, because you're really good at it. I want to find out because I am a nosy reader. I am. I want to know. Tell me about this Tower to the Sun. 5 Pentacles. You might be going through a financial temporary negative mindset. I just said that poverty mindset, lack. 6 of Cups. As you are, I feel, somebody would say this is from your past, but I feel you are unpacking some of these nostalgic feelings. I have the Ace of Wands to the King of Cups, and it is in the reverse. So somebody has anxiety or inability to unpack some of these wounds, but they need to because it creates this new beginning. Tell me more. Or maybe they are going through their past, and yeah, the Queen of Cups. That's who I feel like I'm reading for. This is a match, but it's a bit imbalanced right now, and it's not because it's for the betterment. So if you went through a financial break right now, you're going through difficulties, a separation, something separated your relationship, but it feels like some kind of adversity came over where there was an ending. Now they want to come back and have a new beginning. 5 of Wands. There's conflict and battle and argument, quarrel. You might be fighting this person, or you might have said, you know, I don't like your anger. I don't like how you approach things. You're a bully. You're demanding and controlling, and I don't want to come back in at the same level. I don't know. There's conflict. And it could be just mental conflict. Lastly, Page of Pentacles. I just said that. Good news is on the way. And you may be laying down the groundwork. Knight of Pentacles. Long-standing financial abundance, practical, hardworking. That's how they see you. Conservative, maybe stubborn, but this is like consistent. I love the word consistency because it means you keep doing something over and over and over, it will improve and it will get better. And that's what I feel like if you're learning something new, but that's who you are in general. You are very consistent, loyal, you know, you do the same thing every day. Well, if not, you want to. You might be interrupted, but you get my idea. For the most part, you're reliable. I had the Knight of Cups landing on the side. And it feels very much like somebody's in conflict over offering this opportunity and coming forward and having this conversation. It's like trying to make plans. I'm going to keep it in the upright because it feels very positive. To the 10 of Cups. To the 7 of Cups has many options. You know, you might have a lot of options. I feel like you're getting a lot of options. And somebody might be escaping or releasing. It feels very much like releasing the negative. Again, it's just finding control. And it's also trying to control the situation. Trying to find a solution to the ending of this. How do we get back from here? So if this is, okay, if it's a work-related situation, you've gone through it, in my opinion, you're very well respected, but because your energy, I feel, is consistent, and you're very knowledgeable, you're very helpful, but I feel like you stay in your own square, and that can be intimidating to people that play games and are about ego and popularity and all the things in this stuff, all the political crap that I don't think you're about. I think you wanted that at one point. I don't think you do anymore. On the flip side, I think it's kind of like disdained. I just want to say over, but on the flip side over here, you're looking forward to doing something different with your life because you want to get out of the grind, out of this thing, out of this situation. And if it's a person, it's their feeling towards you. You are the creative outlet. You have the resources. You have the knowledge. You've done something that took risk, skill, courage, because you left it all behind. You left your ego. You didn't care what people thought. You stepped out, I feel, in the spotlight. And I don't know if it's at work. I don't know. It just feels very much wanting some of that energy. And the going within and talking about their past stuff that stops them is like releasing them of the burden of carrying perfectionism and I don't know, like what is it? What does success look like? Who the hell cares? You know, I'm sorry. We got today. I want you to stay in the canoe today. Tomorrow's never promised. It never gets here. I don't know if you recognize that. There's nothing on your calendar that says tomorrow. It's always the day you're in. So yeah, you can have all the best intentions, but anything, it's like a rolling stone gathers no moss. You are going to consistently move forward by putting this effort in. You go to the gym every day, all of a sudden you have a six pack. When did that happen? You know, not speaking for myself, just saying. But this feels very much like movement forward. And that's the focus I think you have right now. You may not give two craps about love. Hold on, I just dropped a card. 1 second. I got the 9 of Swords in the reverse. That's how it fell. It says the light at the end of the tunnel, improvement. Yeah, so whatever loss you've experienced, whether it be a friend or a family member, it feels like a lover. This major disappointment that you invested in, it might be both work and love. It's almost like releasing all these expectations on yourself as well as the outcome of whatever. Like, you don't need to walk into something with an expectation of fulfillment. You just need to take the steps to improve it. So that's kind of the vibe I get, is you maybe coming out of a space of fear on taking a risk. That's what it does feel like. And you're going to take the risk, shoot your shot. I said that just do it, because how can it not be better than where you're at now, which feels very dark. It feels like dark night of the soul, loss, expectations not met, heartbroken, like all the disappointments. And it feels like I just want something better. 10 of Wands, dropping the burdens and taking a risk and moving forward. You're overburdened, you're overworked. You got the 7 of Swords here, and that's fear. It's also, it feels very much like it's tricky, it's risky. You have somebody maybe watching you, but it feels like 7 of Swords is, I'm going to take the risk. Making a break for it is the top of the card. I'm not going to tell anybody. I'm just going to do it, right? So it's very much sneaky, sly, shady, but not in a negative way. I feel like I'm going to protect what I'm doing. I'm going to reach out to this person. I'm going to take the risk. I'm going to start this platform on the side. I have a side hustle. I'm going to do all the things and prepare my way to get out of this one thing to move forward to another. Hermit to the Queen of Pentacles to the 4 of Wands. Somebody's thought long and hard, religiously, maybe reviewing religion, self-searching, self-reflection, moving into abundance and strategizing. When I started this reading, this was the overall energy, is 3 of Wands. If you don't know anything about the 3 of Wands, it's strategizing. The Wands are new opportunities, new endeavors, new passions, risk, right? It's taking a risk. There's 3 in this, where the person is sitting back and identifying, okay, if I move this way, this is the outcome. If I move this way, this person, you maybe, is extremely enlightened, highly intuitive, read people, read the soul. It feels very much like you can read the soul of a person. You can read, like, you just are super heightened awake. And you know what's for you and what isn't for you, and what the motives are before they even open their mouth. Look at this. Same energy. Right there. Right there. So it's very much, it's the wounded warrior. Do I want to go forward and continue this grind? Or do I step out and test my faith? This is very much risk. I'm not even kidding. It's like change of address, change of location, change of energy, change of lifestyle. I was this person. That's how people recognize me. And now I'm this person. And people are going to be shocked at the major changes. You've been doing a lot of work, and it is you playing small. And I feel like you're stepping into abundance because that is what is divinely guided for you. So let's say you were given a lot of crap at work, or not respected or minimized. Maybe you lost a job. It feels very much like, I'm reading for a few folks, but there's like bumpy paths in the workspace. This is you coming into abundance. You are moving into a softer, kinder, loving direction because your ancestors, the ones guiding this, are moving you in that direction. and it is justice. It may create some conflict and it may create some fear, but it's internal. 5 of Wands, internal fear with outward conflict. So you might be putting boundaries around people, stopping work. That's the thing. You might have been a workaholic, who put work above family, work above loved ones. You put your work first because that created stability for you. You're realizing that was not the best. It wasn't the best. It created more damage than good, and somebody may have called you out on it. But this is you trying to align your values. I also believe the conflict is you putting boundaries around, like you turn your damn phone off at 5. And people are like, I can't get a hold of this person. You're stuck. You're having to make a decision. It's a battle of intelligence. It's what it feels like. It's a logical decision, and it feels very much head over heart. You might have been passionate about somebody who's childish, immature, doesn't show up, inconsistent, all the things that is opposite of who you are. That's the thing. I feel like who you are, who I'm reading for, has solid values. They believe in God, they pray, they are an optimist, but they are so stuck in the daily grind that they tend to, because your passion is security, has been your goal from your past, and trying to gain and maintain some level of financial security, wealth, whatever that is on the 5D, you're attracting others that have a similar vibration, but you lean in on God. I'm just going to speak to somebody who's really coming forward right now. You're leaning on God, and some other people are leaning on you to provide them financial stability and success. You're just like, okay, I see what's happening here. I need to stand independently on my own and be okay with it. I don't need somebody I love you, but I don't think I need somebody to hold me up. I'm going to be like, whatever all this transition is, this period of space, this introspective work is, you're the magician. You can be dropped off on an island and be completely secure in a matter of time because you have all the tools you need. So if you're being dropped off in a new employer, you're going to be fine. You're going to move up very quickly because of your knowledge and experience. If you are creating a platform, you're going to be just fine. The abundance will come. I just feel like all of the things that are happening for you. Don't resist the change. Where's that 6? It feels very much moving from rough waters to calm waters. It's time for you to receive. Put that blanket around, get a cup of coffee, and enjoy the ride. You've done the hard work, and yeah, there's still some hard work to do, but don't fight the changes that are happening in your life, because it's for you, not to you. It's to get you back in time. Feel like you've been off your timeline for about 9 years, and it's not bad. It's just you're going to explode and get on the right timeline. You were meant for abundance. You were meant for royalty. You were meant for approval. Like you're at a high level, whether you're in a corporate level. Somebody's going to recognize this and snatch you up in a minute. I don't know what's going on. You might be doing something independently of everybody, and it's going to expand in immediate wealth because you are very specialized in your craft. Whatever that is, it's going to be very creative. This relationship, this partnership, different decks, almost identical to the cards. Somebody's feeling anxious about coming forward and healing this, knowing you have a lot of options. I have a King of Cups, 4 of Pentacles. Somebody's reserving, holding back, saving money. It's investment. It's very much, I can just survive off what I have. I'm good. And I want you to just hear me when I say this. You are walking into a partnership, possibly with a Queen of Cups. This is crazy. Who you also see as a financial blessing, somebody who's nurturing, kind. It could be a mother. She could have a child. But I'm going to stop here because I'm being told to. Yeah, you are doing fine. You appreciate the truth. Yeah, bottom of the deck, world. Okay, I'll stop there. This is the ending of a past cycle of lack and walking into, I'm deserving of abundance, and I'm going to have faith. I've been calling it in, and God is providing it for me. This is a very spiritual reading that I'm doing for somebody. It's walking from bridge to shore. You have a lot of friends that feels like you're going to meet people that are going to help you lay these foundational bricks across the path. These are very kind, loving. These people don't want anything from you. They don't want to steal from you. They don't want to manipulate you. They're wanting to see you succeed because they are healed. They don't have any backstabbing. No 3 of Swords. This is about a partnership to help you elevate. This is you daydreaming about abundance and about reconciliation. And you are going, if it's not you, it's somebody else. Awakening to shadow self, doing the work. And by putting up boundaries, you have unexpected blessings. Cannot make this up. Here we go. I can't wait. I feel like the next 3 months, well, definitely closing it out solid, ending 2025 fiercely strong, ready to move into 2026, not taking any of this with you, closing out relationships and past hurts and resentment and burdens. You are getting on your path, and I feel like through the first quarter, you're transitioning into the new. So very excited for you. I don't know who you are. I am so grateful that you watched me. If this resonated, give me a thumbs up. Definitely consider subscribing, because there's a billion of us out there. You won't find me unless you are looking for me. And I just want to thank you for being a subscriber anyways. You guys have been loyal and dedicated through all the hair changes, all the up and down, all the things and the stuff. And I just so appreciate each and every one of you. I love being absolutely authentic in myself with you, and just knowing that we're all on this journey together. Love and light to you today and this weekend. Take care. Bye.